Now, I want to address how mental health affects our lives. And I will start with socially. Socially, when you are not in good mental health, and remember we said good mental health is when you are thinking okay, you are thinking right, because then it affects your feelings and your emotions. So you are feeling good, you are feeling great, and then your relationships or your behavior will be positive. Let me start with the positive effects of good mental health. Number one, your relationships will be balanced. You will give value to relationships, and you will also receive value from your relationships. So how does that look like? That you do tell yourself that I deserve good friendships, I deserve good relationships. And so you are going to find skills on how to relate with others. You are going to be excited about growing as a relationship person, and you will reach out to your friends. You will create boundaries with people who don't bring positive vibes into your space. You will become and work on becoming a better friend rather than looking for others to become better friends to you. When you have good psychological and emotional health, what happens is that you see yourself as the driver, as the agent of your own life. You are not blaming anybody for anything, and you are not feeling sorry for yourself. What you are saying is that something wrong happened today. It's a mistake. I deal with it and I move on to building my life. I don't stay in this space where I'm feeling poor me, people are always against me. That I take charge and I grow. Every time we have a distressing moment in a relationship, that is a point of growth. Either good or bad mental health is going to affect your productivity at work, your productivity in your business, your career, and your occupation, for instance. If your mental health is not okay and you're feeling depressed and afraid and anxious, your brain is not in a state where it can problem solve. So working on improving your mental health is going to also have a ripple effect in that it's going to affect your productivity. Your productivity will be better. You will be looking at problems and seeking to solve them rather than getting into that vicious cycle of why me, why did this happen, why are people like this, who does that. You don't go into that, but your mind is like, there is a problem, let us figure out what the solution to this problem is. And so you find yourself in charge. You are the agent of your own happiness, of your own productivity, of your own goals that you want to see in your life. Think about it. If you're a business person and your mind is on top of things, then you make more money. Your family is comfortable. You don't have to worry about money not being there. But if you are not in good mental health, it's going to affect you economically as well, because your productivity is down. When you have poor mental health, it also affects your feelings of confidence and your self-esteem, as well as your worth. And so we need to be aware of that. Then when it comes to the other issue of personal well-being, when your mental health is not in a good space, you are going to not feel happy. You don't have positive energy. You don't want to do new things. You don't want to grow. You just want to go to work and go home. Go to work and go home. So you are not growing your relationships. You are not growing yourself, and you find yourself self-sabotaging a lot. I have encountered a lot of people who feel stuck in the job where they are because, number one, they are afraid if they leave this job, they will not find another one. Number two, they are afraid. They don't want to assert themselves. They don't want to speak up. They don't want to do things outside of this comfort space. And they stay bogged down by the fears and the regrets of the past. So good mental health and well-being means that you are going to feel good about yourself. You have a purpose in life. You are driven by this energy to become a better person every day. You have goals in life and you are going after them. You don't allow things to pull you back. Relationships that are not bringing you any value and they are just pulling you down. You are able to walk away from them. You are able to create boundaries. And so good mental health will help you design the kind of life that you want, and you will allow yourself to break away from walls that we put around ourselves to protect ourselves from pain. Let me tell you something. The person that said, no pain, no gain, they knew what they were talking about, because anytime you're going to break through a ceiling that is something you didn't know, you have to pay a price, and we have to be willing to do that. Good mental health will help us to be able to see the opportunities that are before us, and to understand that if I take this opportunity, it is going to be difficult at first, but I have the ability to learn. I have the ability to break through the fear that I have. Working on your mental health and making sure that you are mentally healthy is going to have a positive effect all around your life, in your relationships, in your parenting, in your work relationships, in your business, and even the way that you treat your customers. It is going to have a positive effect in everything that you do. Reach out to me. I'll be glad to work with you. Sometimes you have really personal issues that a video like this cannot adequately address. So feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be glad to work with you as you figure out how to improve and increase a feeling of mental health well-being.